Welcome to our series on the outside and inside of leadership, where we focus on the outside skills as well as the inside of life transformation needed for enduring and sustainable Christian leadership. Today we want to focus on an insight of leadership, and that is the best plans come from secure leaders. You know, in my consultancy, I realized that one gap many leaders have is the lack of discernment, the ability to develop effective and impactful plans for God's work. You know, they run the routine of ministry, but they are unable to think out of the box to innovate to solve a difficult problem. Yet this gap is not often just one of skill, but rather it is often due to a lack in the inner life of the leader. They are not secure enough to reach out to truly find a good plan to meet the challenge. Indeed, no one has all the best plans all the time. We must be discerning to God's mind, for the Bible tells us, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. In order to discern the purpose and develop good plans for God's purposes, I believe a key ingredient is the secure leader. Now you may wonder, what does good planning have to do with a secure person? And I would reply, amidst experienced leadership, that the more secure he or she is, the better that leader is able to curate and discover the best plans for God. Why do I say that? This is because only the secure leader wants the best plans for God's work. The insecure leader wants to prove himself to make sure he has recognition or benefits. Often that may lead to bias in decision making or swaying decisions towards personal benefit. It is the secure leader who will lay everything down in order to have the best for the Lord. He or she does not have to prove anything and is willing to sacrifice and be diligent for curating the best for the Lord and not for personal motivations. Secondly, secure leaders curate better plans because the secure leader will sincerely listen to the merits of the plans of others, adopting them if they are better than his or her own. Proverbs tells us plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. No one leader has all the ability to plan well for every arena. Often it is the team that generates the ideas and plans that may meet the need or strengthen existing plans for God's purposes. It is bias for certain favorites or personal bias that cause a leader to ignore or put down good workable plans. Thirdly, secure leaders curate better plans because only the secure leader is humble enough to not crave the limelight, but rather acknowledge lack of answer or confessing weakness. So often in my church consultancy, I have seen pastors and leaders who simply do not have the ability for the task ahead. Yet in consternation of what the board or members may think, they avoid bringing other partners in to help. There is a struggle within that makes them fear. My board members may think poorly of me. They may think I'm redundant. Now this may be a genuine concern, but a totally unbiblical one. Churches who do best are those who are authentic, able to share weakness and ask for help. The only motivation that enables this is a desire to put God's plans first for His purposes. As the one who prepared the way for Jesus in the Bible, John Baptist once said, "He must increase, but I must decrease." Again, often in my consultancy projects, I find it is not the best plan developed that helps the church move forward. There are many great plans, but sometimes are not accepted or not supported. But rather it is the plan that has contribution from various groups to strengthen it, and somehow through the process generates a resonance in hearts and ownership to stand united as one for God. These are the plans that unite the church to move forward for God's purposes. Now, to forge this often does not require the smartest leader, but rather the secure leader. May you grow to trust God, drink from Him, grow into a security in Him so that you have nothing of yourself to prove, but desire the best plans for Him. And I believe that God will bless your leadership in your church life.